Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Eagles in Digital Business, a Candid chat with
All of
all of us.
us.
So,
Oh,
thank you. It's happy,
hello.
it's happy and blessed Easter Sunday for those who are on Sunday, and happy Easter Monday for those who are on Monday. So, today's topic is
Welcome to Eagles in Digital Business. Today's topic is the power of why, the fuel that keeps you moving.
yes, so that's what we're going to be talking today. But before we dive into our topic, let us introduce ourselves. So, hi everyone, my name is Sandy. I'm originally from Panama, but currently living here in Surrey, British Columbia, Canada. I also work in the movie industry, and I'm a proud digital business owner and mentor.
Hello, everyone. My name is Karen. I'm originally from the Caribbean island of Antigua, but I'm now living in the United Kingdom. I'm a wife, I'm a mom, and I work full time in customer service, and I'm also a digital business owner.
Hello, everyone. I'm Abuhay. This is Connie, and I live here in the beautiful place of British Columbia, Canada, and originally from the Philippines. I'm a wife, a stepmom. I'm not only a grandma, actually a great grandma now,
Oh, wow.
a digital business owner. Thank you.
Hi. My name is Mosumola. I'm original from Nigeria, but now I reside and I work in the USA. I actually have been a healthcare worker in the imaging sector um, of the healthcare professions for a very long time. And now, although I'm still in that same profession, but I have added the cap of this digital business ownership.
Hi, everyone. My name is Falak Shirazi. I'm residing in Indiana, USA, mom of three by profession. I'm an educator and an instructor and a proud digital owner as well. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Miriam and I am from Jamaica and now living in the United States. I'm a wife, a mom, and a grandma for one. And I'm a registered nurse over 20 years, but now I'm a proud digital business owner.
Hello, this is Shabana Hamid. I'm from Houston, Texas. I am a mom of three and grandmother of three also. And I am educator, digital business owner, proudly running my beautiful business. Yes.
Thank you, everyone. So we also want to remind that we do have a free live webinar twice a week. So it's every Tuesdays and Thursdays in North America and Wednesdays and Fridays in the UK. So if you want to learn how you can start your online business, here are three ways that you can get in touch with us. So you can either put in the comments more info, or you can send us a private message and we'll be happy to answer any questions that you might have. Or you can register directly into our website with your name and email address, and we'll send you that invitation to our free webinar. So when you register into our website, you will receive an email that will contain two links. The first one is to register to the live webinar, so there you can pick either day or both. And the second link is the link to the replay of the live webinar. So just in case you cannot attend to our live webinar, that's not a problem. You can always catch the replay and watch it from the comfort of your own home. In addition to that, we'll also invite you to our private Facebook group where you get to see more success stories from members of our community and more information about the business. Now, you're probably wondering, so what is it that you're going to find out on the webinar? On the webinar, you're going to find out how an online business plan works. And also, you get the opportunity to hear from the panelists, which are members of our community, who will be sharing with you why they decided to start their online business and how this online business has transformed their lives. So, if you want to catch the replay from last week before this week's live webinar, here were the hosts and panelists for that day.
The host is going to be Shirley, healthcare worker. First panelist, Mary, nurse practitioner. Second panelist, Sylvia, nurse. And the third one, Grace, she's a teacher.
Yeah, and also on the seat on that day, We had Farisi, who is a teacher, Sheila, who is an accountant, CEO. We had Patricia, who is a business entrepreneur, and we had Shita, who is also a business entrepreneur. If you look at it very well, we had people from different career and cultural backgrounds set across the globe, and everybody from different age groups, we are all rocking it in this business. So there's no limitation.
Thank you, Falak. Thank you, Musimola. So yeah, so if you're catching the replay from last week, our replays have subtitles in several languages, and our live webinar has subtitles in 5 languages: the Spanish, French, Tagalog, Vietnamese, and Arabic. So there you go. So if you want again to learn a little bit more about this online business opportunity, here are 3 ways that you can get in touch with us. You can either put in the comments more info, send us a private message, or register directly into our website that appears on the screen. All right, so let's dive into our topic for today.
So today, what's the topic? The topic is the power of why, the fuel that keeps you moving.
Yeah, so that's what we're going to be talking today. So welcome back to another episode of the Eagles in Digital Business. And happy and blessed Sunday for those who are on Sunday, and happy and blessed Monday for those who are already on Monday. So let's start with this little thought.
When things get hard, motivation fades. But the people who keep going are not driven by motivation, they are driven by a strong why.
Yes. So your why is more than a reason. Okay, so it's your anchor, your direction, and your fuel. So some research shows that people with a clear sense of purpose are more resilient, are more focused, and are more likely to achieve long-term success. And today we are breaking down 6 powerful truths about why your why matters. So it matters more than you think, and for that we're going to be talking about the following points.
Okay, so today we'll talk about purpose increases persistence. Number 2, a strong why improves goal achievement. Number 3, purpose reduces stress and burnout. 4, your why strengthens your discipline. Number 5, purpose improves focus and decision making. And 6, a clear why inspire others.
Yes, so that's what we're going to be talking today. So let's dive into our first point.
So the very first point we're going to talk about today is how purpose increases persistence. You see, when your why is clear, you know your purpose, you have your goal, you know why you are actually in this business. Quitting becomes harder because that's your why will forever, constantly be in front of you. And when it is strong enough, nothing will make you to quit. Studies in the Journal of Positive Psychology show that individuals with a strong sense of purpose are significantly more likely to persist through challenges. There's nobody that doesn't face challenges in life. But when you have that purpose, like, why are you in this business? Why are you going to school? Why are you in that marriage? Why are you, everything? Why do you want to travel? Why do you want to do this particular thing? If the reason is very paramount to you, like for instance, I'm in this business because I cherish my time. I have seen that time can be recovered, can be regained through this business. Everything in life is not about money, 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 or money is very important. Income is very important. But when you are working for somebody and you are trading your time for that income, then it loses its taste because you might have money and lose your health. What's the purpose of the money? But when you have recovered your time, you recover a lot of things. You recover your relationships, you recover your health, and you recover money as well on top of it, because whatever money you have, whatever income, is going to be able to be spent um, with joy. So that alone is my why. And that is why I am persistent. That is why I keep pushing on. That is why I do not look at any obstacle at all, because I know why I am here. So when your why is clear, quitting becomes harder, no matter the obstacles.
Thank you, Musamola. So yeah, so Musamola just talk about purpose, increase persistence. So like Musamola mentioned, when you have a clear why, it doesn't matter. When you face challenges, you always go back to your why, and that's why your why gives you that motivation to keep going, because you have a strong reason to keep going. So that's having the purpose that increase the persistence. Okay, so let's move on to our second point.
So I'm going to talk about um, a strong why improves goal achievement. A strong why really makes a difference. When I started, it wasn't just about earning, it was deeper than that. It was about having my own income. I really want to have my own help so that if I need to help my family back home, it's coming from my own income. And creating flexibility, especially I'm being at home taking care of my husband. There were times it felt hard, but because my why was clear and emotional, I kept going. Research shows when your goals are connected to something meaningful, you're more likely to achieve them. And I've experienced that. Your why gives you the reason to keep showing up. Thank you.
Thank you, Connie. So yeah, so Connie just talk about a strong why improves goal achievement. So when you have a goal, right, you have a reason why you want to achieve that. So your why that becomes your motivation, your fuel, to keep going, to be able to achieve that goal. Because it has a meaning to you, a strong meaning that it makes that drive inside of you. So let's move on to the next point.
Okay, so our next point for this evening is purpose reduces stress and burnout. And there are days, I won't lie, that I feel like giving up. When I'm tired, when things feel slow, when life is just dull. In those moments, it would be easy to stop. But then I remember my why. I remember why I started this online business in the first place, not just for money, but for time, for freedom, for more moments with my family, for a life that doesn't feel rushed and restricted. And that reminder, it pulls me back every time because when your purpose is strong, you don't quit, you pause, you breathe, and then you keep going. The journey isn't always easy, but it's worth it. So if you're feeling stuck today, go back to your why. Let it ground you, let it guide you, let it carry you through. When you remember why an option. Thank you.
Thank you, Karen. Yeah, so Karen just talked about purpose reduce stress and burnout. Yeah. And like Karen mentioned, there's going to be moments where, we feel the stress and burnout from our work. Um, and, at the same time, we're doing our business, but we know that, in order to change our life, we have to go back to our why to take us bounce back, to be on track, because that's the way that we're going to be able to make a better life for us. So it makes us, to ground ourselves and to help us, to keep going. Uh, if besides, that you are being, stressed and burnout from work. So the having a strong why really helps you to keep going and pushing through. So let's move on to point number 4.
Your why strengthens discipline. So here is the thing. My when I joined, I was very transparent, clear, transparent to my why. I want to get, of course, there is a back in mind. I was always stick with the financial freedom. Of course, I want to be financially free, of course, but at the same time, I want my personal growth. That is very important to me. In order to gain that, I just stick with my purpose is to show up every day, and that is my why, because I know when I showing up every day, I am going to gain knowledge day by day, and I want to be always knowledgeable. Plus I want to um, help my kids and support myself, as well as uh, to the education. And for all this reason, I keep myself going every day. I mean, with my 8 hours job, I try to accommodate and give preference to my this why, because because I think, and this is my passion, to be to continue this and be transparent all the time, to highlight myself and change myself to a different version. I want to shape up myself to a different version of mine, and I know I am capable of that as well. And behavioral science shows that discipline becomes easier when actions are connected to a meaningful cause. When you know why you are doing something, consistency follows naturally. So that is the natural phenomena. When you are doing anything consistently, there is a win part, of course. Thank you.
Thank you, Falak. So, Falak, just talk about your why, strength, and discipline. So, because you have a strong why, that helps you, to create that discipline, that habit of showing up consistently every day, to be able to achieve, your goal, your dreams. So it really helps you, when you have that strong why. So like we haven't seen all this from the previous point, that everything goes to having a strong why. So that's our topic for today, the power of why. So we have different reasons here. So another reason that Falak just talked is the strength and the discipline. So to show up consistently. Okay, so let's move on to the next point.
Purpose improves focus and decision making. Research shows that individuals with clear goals and purpose make faster and more aligned decisions. Your why becomes a filter for what matters and what doesn't. When your purpose is clear, your focus becomes stronger. You stop getting distracted by every little thing and you start making better decisions because now you are not asking, what should I do? You are asking, does this align with where I am going? That's the power of purpose. It simplifies everything. So if you have been feeling scattered or unsure, maybe it's not discipline you need, maybe it's clarity. Your why is deeper than just building a business, it's about the life you are trying to create and protect. From everything you have shared, your why looks something like this. My why is my family first. My freedom is in your hand, not being tied to one system, one job, or one routine. Creating options so you are not dependent on a single source or situation again. Growth and identify. Becoming more than just your past role, stepping into who you are capable of becoming. Stability with flexibility, building something that supports your lifestyle, not controls it. Helping others, especially people like you, moms, professional, business women who feel stuck and needed different path. But if we go even deeper, your real why is this. You don't want to live a life where you feel limited anymore. You have already experienced what it feels like when everything depends on one path, one industry, one system. And now you want control, clarity, and choice, not just for you, but for your family. If you want to, I am building this business because I want a life where I have the flexibility to be present, present for my family while continuing to grow, create options, and never feel limited again. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Shavana. So yes, Shavana just talked another reason why our the power of the why, and that is because the purpose improves focus and decision making. So um, many times, I mean, we are surrounded by so many distractions in our lives. So, but when you have a strong why, you are able to make the right decisions of what is helping you to move forward towards your goals and what is not. So it improves your focus, and it also improves your decision on saying no to the things that will distract you or that doesn't help you to grow and moving forward. Okay, so let's move on to the next one.
Okay, so for me, we're talking about why, but there's one little part that we might forget sometimes, that our why is not just for us. So um, a clear why inspire others. Um, and it inspires every single person watching us and watching you. So for me, for 20 years in my nursing career, I my why was simply just providing care for patients and stability for my family. But when I stepped into the digital business world, my why shifted. It became about, preventing vulnerabilities for me. Not only that, but legacy for my, because I'm a grandma, like I said. And I remember a moment when my 10-year old granddaughter, she was watching me set up for a go live, and she's watching me learn new tech skills and watching me grow into this business. Um, I think she saw a person who was not too old or too busy, and she saw a woman that was continually trying. So I realized that my wife was acting like a permission slip for her, for me choosing to grow and showing her, and she's watching me, and evidently I am. And also, she can see that I'm reacting with people in my community too, and women. So if you don't just have, she can see that you don't have to settle for just enough. And then studies show that purpose driven individuals are more likely to influence and inspire those around them. And the truth is, when your why is strong, you don't have to sell people on your vision, just like or other speakers talked about. They're naturally drawn to your conviction. When your why is strong, your story becomes powerful, and it stops being about a transaction and start to become an inspiration for others. So here's what I would say: your why is a silent invitation for someone else to change their life. You might think you're just building a business for your own retirement, like me, or for your own bills. But the truth is, someone is always watching you, and they're watching you right now to see if it's possible for themselves. So don't quit because your persistence is the fuel, like I think Sandy mentioned that, for someone else's courage. So when you stand firm and you have your purpose and you just rise and you just leave, you give an entire generation, some the will and the determination and the encouragement to go on. And I'll pass it back to Sandy, sorry.
Thank you, Miriam. Yeah, so Miriam just talked about the other reason of the power of the why. So a clear why inspires others. And like Miriam mentioned, it's not only about her, but it's also about the legacy that she's leaving behind. For many members in our community, for example, that are our parents, the kids are watching them. And like Miriam mentioned, her granddaughter watching it. So it's like an inspiration because they say like, wow, if my mom or my grandma, or my dad, can do that, so can I, so you give them that inspiration. You're showing them that, not to give up, not to quit, to keep going. And and then the other inspiration is the people that is on the other side of the screen, that are watching you going, through your journey. So that you are the inspiration for that person, that there is hope for that to be able to change their life. So that's the power of your why, to keep going and not quitting, to be able to inspire others to be able to do the same. Okay, so let's find out what is our key takeaway for this topic.
Our key takeaway is when motivation is your why remains, define it, connect to it, and let it carry you forward, especially on days when it feels the hardest.
Yep.
Yes. So that's our key takeaway for this topic. And we have arrived to the end of our lives. So we hope so that, you got inspired of the power of the why. So the topic today, because that's really the fuel that keeps you moving through obstacles, through challenges, to be able to achieve your goals, to be able to inspire others, to be able to make better decisions for you to keep growing, for you to be able to build that life that you want. So we share here, tips for you to implement. We share our journeys, our experience. So hopefully, you learn something today. And if you were not applying this, start applying, and then find your why. What is it that it fuels you, to keep moving forward? And if you want to add something to our topic today, please put it in the comments. We'll be happy to read your comments. And if you want to learn how you can be part of a global online community at the same time, building your business, but you got that support along your journey, here are 3 ways that you can do that. So you can either put in the comments more info, send us a private message, and we'll be happy to answer any questions that you might have, or you can register directly into our website, and we'll send you that free invitation to our free webinar that we have twice a week. So it's every Tuesdays and Thursdays in North America and Wednesdays and Fridays in the UK. So when you register into our website, you receive an email with 2 links. The first one is to register to the live webinar, so you can register for either day or both. Second link is a replay to the live webinar. So just in case you cannot attend to the live webinar, that's not a problem. You can always catch the replay and watch it from the comfort of your own home. So saying that, I want to say thank you to everyone who has watched the live with us today. For those catching the replay, thank you so much. And to our followers, thank you so much for being part of our journey, for believing in us, and for engaging with our content. So let's find out what is our topic for next Sunday. Joanna?
Next Sunday's topic, legacy living, creating a future your family will thank you for.
Yes, so that's our topic for next Sunday. So don't miss it. It's another good one. So the legacy that you're leaving behind for your family. So it's a good one. So don't miss it. So saying that, we want to wish everyone a happy and blessed Sunday for those who are on Sunday, and a happy and blessed Saturday for those who are on Saturday, and a happy Easter for everyone, because we have today and tomorrow. So happy Easter to everyone. and enjoy your day with your family and your loved ones. So thank you again for being here with us today, and we'll see you again for the next episode of the Eagles in Digital Business. Again, this is chat with
All of
all of
us.
us.
All of us.
Bye.
Wow.
Thank you, everyone. God bless you all.
Thank
And thank you for
you.
watching.
Bye.
All of us.
Bye.